Should be live. I'll assume I'm live. Hello. The goal of this stream is to test out Debian. This is my second channel. On my main channel, like my current subscribers are from way back, from when I made English as a programming language. But in recent times, in my main channel, I'm making a Minecraft clone. And in this channel, I'll be also doing low-level game development. And here, my focus as an audience will be developers. And currently, I'm using Windows 10, but I've heard good things about Debian, and I'm willing to try out Debian. I've tried Arch Linux before, I've tried Ubuntu before, and I've tried Fedora as well. And I always come back to Windows. And this time, I hope that Debian will be the one that makes me stick with Linux, because one thing that I learned is Linux is a very good environment for development, especially if you install i3 window manager, where you can move everything with the keyboard. Now I've downloaded the Debian ISO and we'll make a virtual machine. We'll use a virtual machine to just quickly test it and to see how it is. New virtual machine. And before we begin, next, Debian as name. Doesn't really matter. Generation. Once a virtual machine has been created, you cannot change its generation. Okay, this must be important. Generation 1. The virtual machine generates supports 32 and 64-bit operating system and provides virtual hardware which has been available in all previous versions of Hyper-V. Support for new version. Probably the newest generation will be what we need. Memory. This is the RAM. Let's do like 8 times this. How much is 8 gigabytes, megabytes? Okay, let's just do 8,000. Next. Connection. The virtual machine includes network adapter. This network adapter to use virtual switch. Let's start with not connected. Okay, Debian, location, size, existing. Yeah, this is okay. Download operating, install media. Now, downloads. Debian, right? Next. And let's do okay. Finish. And the time limit for this stream is about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, start. Running, connect. Here it is. I'll make it full screen. Hopefully. It's currently running. The status is running. And we'll just wait it out. I hope that this will actually work. I know it's best to use to do it like without a virtual machine, because before I've tried to install like it was some other distro and you couldn't install it with a virtual machine. If this doesn't work out, I'll have to stop it and probably change the generation to first generation. While it's loading, I'll see if I can just create another virtual machine where it's the first generation. New virtual machine. Let's speedrun this. Debian first gen. Next. Yeah, first generation. 8000. What's dynamic memory? Probably not important. Okay, connection, we'll leave it. Create. Browse. Downloads. What? The distro is missing? That's weird. Virtual floppy disk file. No. Image file. I feel like there's a high chance in the previous one I made some mistake. Start. Connect. Yeah, this is now working. I'll stop the previous one. Shut down. Failed to stop. Turn off. Yeah. Now, Debian. Status is running. We can see the Debian logo. This is progress from last time, but still I don't feel hopeful it will work. Debian. Let's search on the Okay. Perfect. I was going to search on the internet if there's problems with Debian and Hyper-V. What do we have here, and can I scale this so you guys can see it easier? Media, full screen mode. Okay, let's search Hyper-V, how to scale window. Enhance session mode. When you do that, you should automatically. Okay. Let's search Hyper-V, how to go into enhance session mode. Then when you connect to a VM, a prompt will appear allowing you. Okay, a prompt didn't appear. Can we change to enhance session mode from here? That shit. Okay, before booting it, let's try before booting it, turning it off, settings. Now, enhance session mode. It's not here. Connect, start, checkpoint, move, rename, delete. Is there anything in the net? Key features, how to enable, okay. Ensure, yes, it's, I have Hyper-V. Verify compatibility with guest operating system. Okay, there may be compatibility issues. Check administration. How to enable. Open Hyper-V Manager. Enable on the host. Click on Hyper-V host, the left pane. Okay, I'll move this to the right. And let's do it here. So click on in the manager, click on Hyper-V host name in the left pane. Yeah, this is the host name. I think this should be the desktop. In the right pane, in the setting. Okay. Okay, actions and Hyper-V settings. And then in the settings window under server, under server, select enhance session mode policy. Yeah, this thing. Allow. Yeah, it's allowed. And then in manager, right click the virtual machine, settings, and then management. Under management, integration, and here, if enhanced session mode is available, you'll see an option to connect with enhanced session. I don't see it. Okay, so we don't have we don't have that option. Let's just start it normally, and with the magic of OBS, I'll make it for you guys. I'll duplicate the scene and I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Let me center it for you. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. This took a bit of time, but it was all for, in the end, the video to be easy to see everything. Now, while we're waiting, we cannot do much. Maybe we can see if there is something here on the main website as some kind of a quick introduction. Why Debian? Debian's free software, stable and secure. Yeah, that's one thing I heard for Debian. I heard that the releases, like you have a stable release of a software and you have to wait quite a while until there is an update. And compared to Arch Linux, where you can be on the edge, like on the cutting edge. You can have the latest release on Arch Linux of the software, which in turn makes it more likely you'll get a bug, like something will crash, like it will be less stable. So that's quite a difference from what I'm used to in the past, at least. Extensive hardware support. Debian offers flexible installer. Okay, how is this doing? Yeah, we still have to wait. Offers a flexible installer. Yeah, I'll switch to the main scene so you guys can see the browser while we're waiting on this. Like I'm talking like you guys, but of course, like as the channel is starting out, like nobody is currently watching the stream, but at some point in the future, people will be watching the VOD, and that's why I'm addressing an audience that's not currently here. Man, I shouldn't have closed it. We have to wait quite a while. Debian offers a flexible installer. Okay, the installer. Our lives for everyone who wants to give Debian a try before installing it. Okay, so you can try it before installing it, but I think most distros have this. Debian provides smooth upgrades. It's easy to keep our operating system up to date, whether you want to upgrade to a completely new release or just update a single package. Debian is the base for me. Okay, it's interesting that you can update a single package. At least what I know for, in comparison to Arch Linux, in Arch Linux you had to do a full upgrade and not like partially upgrade. Like with Arch Linux, it was very important to be careful with the updates, to read up if the newest update has any issues, because you could really easily break your Arch Linux system. So it's interesting that here you can update a single package. Debian is the base for many other. Yeah, another thing that I heard and saw is like Ubuntu is based on Debian, and some other popular operating systems. Can I make this loading faster, man? I want to try Debian and I want to try it in, like, I want this live stream to be mostly trying Debian, not waiting for Debian to load up. I'm pressing on the keyboard if that could possibly make things faster, and clicking with the mouse, but it doesn't change anything. Debian is the base for many other distributions. And the Debian project is a community. Everyone can be part of our community. Multiple hardware architectures. Yeah, so Linux distros. There is a one big tree of Linux distributions. Yeah, this one. Where, like, here is Debian. Here is just Debian. And look how many other distributions go from it. Look at how many there are. And somewhere here is Ubuntu. Yeah, this is Ubuntu. Look at how it has come through Debian and all these other ones. Like, okay, SteamOS, how is it here? Wasn't SteamOS based on Arch Linux? That's what I heard. Okay, Debian is still loading. Last time it loaded much quicker. Running. Can we give it more resources? in the processor. Number of virtual processors. Processor resource controls. Virtual machine reserve percentage. Virtual machine limit. Okay, let's go back to our graph. Debian, Linux Mint, Debian edition. Okay, Linux Mint. Based on GNOME 2, based on Ubuntu. Okay, so should be coming from Ubuntu. Like here Ubuntu, and here we should see Linux Mint. It would be interesting if, yeah, Linux Mint. Okay, so even Linux Mint comes from Debian. That's why I've picked Debian, because many other distributions come from it. There's also here, like, as a separate branch, we have Arch Linux. It's its own separate branch. Okay, what can I do to make this like actually work? While it's loading, I'll duplicate it. Can I duplicate it? Quick create. Okay. I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm sad that this stream is mostly managing with Hyper-V, which is against what the title was. Sorry about that. I'm making a new virtual machine while we're waiting on the other one, because I saw that I can change the CPU, how many cores, I think, but I think it should be when it's offline. Debian final. Yeah, first generation. 8 gigabytes. Okay, for connection, let's give it connection. And let's, yeah, paste, browse, Debian, next, finish. But this time, man, before it was faster. Like, I don't know why this one is much slower. For this one, in settings, we will change the processors. Yeah, let's up the processors. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, maybe graphics card. We'll leave it like that. Start. Okay, let's see which one will be faster. Yeah, I'll push them aside. I'll look at them on the site and see when they actually start. We can look again at the graph from all the distro decisions. Yeah, okay, so we're doing Debian now. But for Red Hat, I've heard of Fedora, I think. Yeah, Fedora. I've tried Fedora. But it was for a little while. You know what? While that's working, VirtualBox. Let's download VirtualBox. Probably, I hope that VirtualBox will be faster. Like this is just like too much. I'm probably doing something wrong, but I don't know, man. We'll switch to VirtualBox. This should be the one with more processors. Oh, okay, it started. It started. Okay, more processors actually helped. Turn off. Turn off. Close. Now, let's do it like this so you can see. Now, what's this graphical install? Session, if you want to continue, try to connect again, reconnect. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll switch to no. Okay, I'll pick to capture an application. Where can I pick applications? Like I'll switch to the display capture, window capture, and yeah, and let's transform it to screen. Okay. English, United States, keyboard. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay, so graphical install versus the regular install. Interesting. Maybe the graphical install is easier, or maybe just the regular install is maybe like through a terminal. But I don't believe it will be. Yeah, host name. Yeah, Debian. Domain name is the part of your internet address. It is often something that ends home network. You can make something up, but make sure you use the same domain name on all your computers. Can I just continue? Okay, I didn't enter anything. Password. Let's enter some simple password. Continue. Full name for the user. Username for your account. Strong password. Yeah, the strongest password. Time zone. Eastern. Central. This is. If time zone is not listed, then I don't care about the time zone. This is just a virtual machine. But it was sad that I couldn't pick a different time zone than what I picked for like a language or what was it. Use entire disk or manual. This is a virtual machine, so I'll just use the partition disks. Guided partitioning. Use entire disk. All files in one partition. Recommended for new users. Separate home partition. Separate home. Swap. Yeah, all files in one partition. Finish partitioning and write changes to disk. Yeah, I write them. Like the only part I didn't like was for the time zone that I had to, for me to pick my actual time zone, I had to go back and change like the language or where I'm from. But that's not that big of an issue. Now for partitioning, because I'm using a VM, I didn't go into like doing actual partitioning. But it, it it's a graphical interface, so it shouldn't be that hard to pick proper distribution, like proper partitioning. Because in Arch Linux, it wasn't as easy. Do you want to scan your media? Scan restoration media finds the label. You now have the option of scanning additional media for use by the package manager. Should be from the same set as the one you booted from. If you wish to scan more media, scan extra installation media. No, I don't have extra installation media. Package man. The goal is to find mirror. Yeah, okay. Do they have Bulgaria? Yeah, Bulgaria. Please select the Debian. You should use a mirror in your country or region. This ends with .bg, so probably that. What's this? If you need to use HTTP proxy to access the outside world, enter the proxy information. If you need to use the proxy information should be given in the standard form. I don't care about that. I just want to use the operating system to see how it is like. Configuring popularity contests. The system may anonymously supply. No. And what's this? Software selection. At the moment, only the core of the system is installed. Okay, you can pick software here. To tune the system to your needs, you can choose to install one or more of the following predefined collections of software. Debian desktop environment, GNOME, KDE Plasma. So is this like desktop environment? Yeah, desktop environments. Standard system utilities, Cinnamon. Yeah, just the default ones. Just the default ones. I didn't, for the desktop environments, I didn't see more options. Like, I think there should be more options there. Okay, so i3, I think is not a desktop environment, but a window manager. So yeah, when I install Debian, I will be not using any of those desktop environments. So I don't personally care which desktop environment it is. But just laid out as that, as just text, it's hard to choose. I would have had to look on the net like differences for each one. And as of the value for this video for you guys, the viewers, like I'm totally like I'm sure like nobody will be watching this particular video, but in like half a year, if I continue to do this regularly, at some point I'll manage to make these streams and videos like valuable to you guys. And so like I know that this current video is not much of value to people, but my goal is to see what I can change with each stream little by little so I can actually make them of some kind of value to viewers watching. Because if there is no value to you guys, like there's no point in me streaming this. Like I could just be doing it on my own time. So that's why one of my big focus for each stream will be like what can I change for the next stream so that there is more value to you guys. And if I'm super lucky and there is at least one person that is actually watching these videos, even though there is not much value, and that person decides to give some feedback in the comments, like that will be invaluable, but I it will be super rare if that happens. But if it does, it will be valuable if there is some kind of feedback, like from viewers. Like my target audience for this channel is developers. I am also a developer, and particularly my focus is on graphics programming. I've made my own Minecraft clone 4 times, 2 times with C++, then with Java, and then again with C++. And I use OpenGL. But I've programmed on Windows, and like I'm tired of Windows. I want to switch to Linux. And like sharing my like I as I went back on my creating those Minecraft clones as a developer, like a lot of things happened, and it would have been cool if I could have streamed those moments. Like I'm sure in all those hundreds of hours working on those Minecraft clones, programming, I'm sure there somewhere in there uh, there would have been valuable things for you guys to see. Like I even want to go back in time and see them, but there's no recording of those moments in development. And that's why I'm streaming now. I want to have this history of sessions. Each stream will be like an hour and 30 minutes. It will have a start, an end, a goal in mind. Like today's goal is to see Debian, like what's the initial experience and if I will actually use it. Install the grub bootloader. If your computer has another operating system, filter that this will make that operating. Yeah, okay. So if I have dual boot, this will be a problem adding grub bootloader because it may not recognize the Windows system, and so it will be a pain in the ass to actually create the dual boot afterwards. Yeah, it's the only operating system on the computer, so it should be safe. Okay, yes. So in the virtual machine, it should be safe. Install the group. You need to make the newly installed system bootable by installing the group bootloader on a bootable device. The usual way to do this is to install group to your primary drive. You may install grub to a different drive or partition. This is the only one we have. Man, I can't wait to try Debian to see what the experience is like. Installation complete. Continue to reboot. Debian. Bunch of messages. Okay, this is me. It looks a lot like Ubuntu actually. My super secret and strong password. Welcome to Debian. Can I resize the window? No, I cannot. Want to learn your way around? Check out the tour. Okay, take the tour. Normal key features of Debian Tricks. The overview shows all your apps in Windows. Press Super Windows key to open it. Powerful search. So just start typing in the overview. You can search, launch applications, files, stay organized with workspaces. Yeah, but this is just the desktop environment. If I switch to i3, all of these things will be gone. Swipe up and down. Yeah, I don't have swipe up and down. That's it. Bye. Is this it? Where's the... Okay, so when I press the Windows key, I get this overview. So I suspect these two are different workspaces. On the bottom, we have our applications. Okay, there's Firefox here. Is there a terminal? Okay, they said there's search terminal. Okay, this is just like Ubuntu. Like this is just like Ubuntu, and probably it's more bloat free. ls. Okay. Package manager. What's the package manager? Hello. I don't want translation, man. I need change to English. And Debian package manager. Let's try to install something. Okay, let's see Debian, how to install Chrome. Let's do something simple. Sudo apt install. Okay, just like Ubuntu. But you have to try to install Chrome on Debian. Okay, so yeah, you have to download something and then install it, or use a Flatpak. Yeah, because Chrome is different. We need an application that is native to the Linux environment. Chrome is different. Let's see here. What do we have? Yeah, some terminal like Linux terminal kitty, I think it was called. Yeah, kitty terminal Debian install. Let's install a terminal. Debian. Kitty install Ubuntu. Since Ubuntu is more popular, I think the process will be the same. Okay, sudo update and install Kitty. Terminal. And let's do... It's quite fast even for in a virtual machine. Sudo apt update. Okay, I'm not in the sudoers files. Sudo, what was it? Sudo u, sudo. I have to add myself. I don't know why I don't have administrative privileges. And I've forgotten how to add myself, how to give myself those privileges, so I'll just have to search on the internet. It's not a sudoers file. And since Ubuntu is more popular, I'll search, when searching for something, I'll just use Ubuntu, since they're quite similar. Man, these cookies are so annoying. Where's the guy that gives all the answers? Open, yeah, Debian based. Enter root. Okay, this is how we enter the root. Terminal. I'm surprised I have to do this. Password. And then apt install to install sudo. Oh, don't I have sudo? Yeah, I have sudo. Add user to sudoers by inputting. Add user, my name, sudo. It's not add user, command not found. Okay, let's see apt get install sudo. Yeah, it's already installed. Okay, so let's search Debian. Debian. User mod. Okay, my trick of using Ubuntu in the search did not work. Okay, run as root. User mod sudo user mod not found. How many things don't we have? You can do that by running as root the command add user. We tried add user. Add. Why am I in my home folder? Okay, now add user. Command not found. Add user command not found. Why is it not found? Man, this is really weird. Use. Oh, I've used the. Okay. We used. What did we use? This guy told us to do su root. And this guy says to use su-l. Close terminal. And let's do it here. To have administrative privileges. And this time add user, my name, sudo. Okay, this should have worked. I don't know how to go back, so I'll just do this. And now we should be able to install Kitty, a terminal, as a test. Sudo apt update. It's not the sudoers file. We didn't do any changes per se in an actual file, but set the correct permissions for sudoers file. Hit enter. Sudo echo hello world sudo -l for user may not run sudo on Debian. We went backwards, not forwards. Let's see. Oh, okay. It was this. Okay, now we're once again with the root user. We're trying to give ourselves administrative privileges, like to use sudo. This guy said to do @user name sudo and then logout. Oh, logout of desktop environment and login again. Okay. I have to log out. Log out. And then log in again. That should do it. Sudo apt update, was it that? Or maybe just restart. No, before I try the restart, I'll once again do it. @user me sudo. It's already member of sudo. Logout. Okay. Logout is helpful to know. Sudo echo. Okay, so I'm not in the sudoers file, but I'm member of sudo. I'm thinking of doing a restart. Let's just do it. And while it's restarting, I can think of what else I can do. It's quite fast at restarting, so I don't have much time to think what else to do. So I'm not in sudoers file. I remember from previous uses of Linux, there is a file. I know there is a file, and I've gone into a file and I've actually edited a text file. But in these guides, what people say, they don't mention a file like that. So I once again try now how it is. Hello world. Okay, I just needed to restart. Okay. So sudo apt update. All packages are up to date, and sudo apt install kitty. Installing kitty, yes. Kitty, and this is just another terminal. This is by default what Debian, the desktop environment, gave as a terminal, and we installed this new terminal ls. So sudo apt install. What else can we install? Steam. Let's see how is Steam. Package Steam has no installation candidate. Oh, maybe I'm like the name is different. Okay, Debian install Steam. We would also need drivers, Debian graphics drivers. How is the proprietary GPU driver, which are partly closed source? Those who prefer open source, okay, we don't use open source. In Arch Linux, it's the same thing. Like in Arch Linux, you have to install the proprietary GPU drivers, the open source. At that time, like it was like a few months ago, the open source drivers weren't the proper choice. And Arch Linux came default by this Novu driver. I don't know how to pronounce it. So yeah, the proprietary drivers that are closed source, that's what we need. but we're in a virtual machine. So in Arch Linux, for virtual machines, like one thing Arch Linux has, Arch Linux Wiki. It has a wiki that's super helpful. And for example, for Arch Linux, NVIDIA drivers, and in the guide is so good. Avoid installing the NVIDIA driver through the package. The guide is so good that it even says what to do if you have a virtual machine, if you're inside a virtual machine. Like here it says for each graphics driver, for each graphics card, what to use and install. And here it says for the latest NVIDIA NVIDIA graphics cards to install this thing. This for Linux. And this is for the other kernel, Linux LTS. This for like some other kernel, like dynamic. I forgot what it was. And look at how cool of a guide Arch Linux has. And so for Debian, I'm trying to like, sure, they have a guide here as well. They have a guide here as well. Let's see here. NVIDIA proprietary GPU drivers, GPU identification, and Wayland configuration. Let's see Debian on virtual machine graphics drivers. Can I install NVIDIA drivers running on VirtualBox? It is possible. Should you? You shouldn't. Virtual machine has no direct access to your physical card. Instead, the dormant bloatware doing nothing. Okay, it will stay as bloatware doing nothing in the virtual machine, but technically you can do it. I want to do it because I'll be doing it on my machine. So let's install NVIDIA. Let's see what the process is. The NVIDIA text script can also be used to identify GPU and the recommended driver package to install. So when you use NVIDIA, okay, let's use NVIDIA detect. It will probably not detect anything. NVIDIA detect. NVIDIA, is there auto completion? No. Detect. Okay, sudo apt install NVIDIA detect. Okay, cannot find package like that. Okay, what's this? Found in the NVIDIA detect package in the non-free section. Okay, how to install this package? Like, installing packages is very easy. Like just running sudo apt install and the package name. But maybe for NVIDIA detect, we need to enable some kind of a source. Because for Arch Linux, some packages you have to enable some options to have access to those packages. Like you have search for package name NVIDIA detect. Maybe there isn't NVIDIA detect now. NVIDIA detect Debian. Step by step. Add non-free repository. See, that's what I was talking about. The default repositories. Okay, so when you like do sudo, when I do sudo apt install, it goes through the repositories and it doesn't go through this repository. That's why it cannot find NVIDIA detect. So we need to add the non-free repositories. Okay, so let's search for, I want to search for it because this may be like this for Debian 12 and we're with 13. So let's search Debian, non-free Debian. repository. We have 24 minutes, so I want us to go through faster. How do I enable non-free packages on Debian? What does it mean non-free? Like maybe like, and you should see lines. Oh, okay. They are just commented out probably, and I just have to uncomment them. Okay, so do I have like vim? And do I need sudo? Let's just try vim. Apt sources list. Vim not found. Sudo apt install vim. See how quick it is to install packages. That's what I like about Linux. And okay, let's do a quick check test, and let's save it. Oh, come on. Okay, read only. Sorry. I need sudo privileges. And I think if you did this, it will repeat the previous command with sudo privileges. And now if I do test and save it, it wrote down to it. So let's see here. It doesn't have quite a lot here. These are not commented, so they work. But I don't see anything free here. Non-free. Simply add. Okay, it's not to uncomment. Yeah, non-free. Oh, main non-free. What's this? Why do we have non-free here and non-free here? Okay. And you should see lines like the following. Main. Simply add non-free to the respective URLs you wish to use. I already have non-free. Non-free firmware. Oh, but I don't have just non-free, right? Yeah. Debian. Okay, to which ones do I add? Oh, so yeah, whichever, I think. Like I think it goes through the first one. If it doesn't find anything there, it goes through the second one. Okay. Non-free. Save and close. And will it work now? Unable to locate. Do I have to log out? Okay. Sudo apt update. Sudo apt update. And do we have non-free here? Like a hint that we've enabled it. Okay, it worked. NVIDIA detect. No NVIDIA GPU detected because we're in a virtual machine, but what examples do we have for the output? Because one interesting thing, they said it should be able to identify the GPU and the recommended driver. That's interesting. It is recommended to install the NVIDIA driver. Yeah, that's really interesting. When I install Debian on my main machine, I'll use this NVIDIA detect just to see what driver I need to install. Okay, I'll just install NVIDIA driver to see what the process is. Sudo apt install NVIDIA NVIDIA driver. Sudo install NVIDIA driver. Sudo apt install NVIDIA driver. Unable to. Okay, what's the problem? Something could not be installed. This means that you have requested an impossible situation or using an unstable distribution. Unsatisfied dependencies. It is not installed. Why it's not installing its dependencies automatically? But it is not going to be installed. Legacy check. But it's not going to be. Enable to correct problems you have. You have held broken packages. Reach two conflicting decisions. NVIDIA driver is selected for install. NVIDIA driver, but none of the choices are installable. Okay, let's see what happens if I do sudo apt. I need to have space here. Sudo apt install. Sudo apt install and NVIDIA installer cleanup. Has no installation candidate. It's not available, but is referred to by another package. Or it's only from another source. How can I copy? Copy. Cleanup has no installation candidate. You have to add non-free repository. How to say this? I added it. Maybe I have to add it to all of the repositories. Yeah. I'll just add it to all the repositories. Sorry. Non-free. Non-free. And then sudo apt update. And then there's no installation candidate. I hope this is not because I'm in a virtual machine. Okay, let's see. Sudo apt install OBS. Let's see. Debian OBS. OBS Studio. How can we search what's the actual name? Debian search for package. How to search within the command line? Sudo. Okay. Apt cache search OBS. I just cannot type. Search OBS. And it came with a bunch of results. Could I have found that it's OBS Studio? Okay, OBS Studio, recorder and streamer for live video content. Yeah, it's possible to find it. Sudo apt install OBS Studio. Let's see how OBS is like. So our goals were to, is it easy to install and set up? Yes, there is a graphical interface. It's really easy to install and set up. It's not like Arch Linux, but even Arch Linux has software that has automated the process. How to download install packages? Just using sudo apt install, and maybe in some cases you have to change the repositories. What is the file explorer experience? Well, that's not like per Debian. I set as a goal to see the File Explorer experience because to compare it with Windows. But this is the desktop environment. Like, was it GNOME? I forgot what this desktop environment is called. But it's not like if I install i3 desktop manager, like it doesn't matter what the desktop experience is like the browsing experience. The File Explorer. What is the File Explorer? Files. Yeah, this is the File Explorer. Okay, it's just like Ubuntu. Like it's basically Ubuntu because it's the same desktop environment. Yeah. So it's not of importance to me. Can I install and use DaVinci Resolve? Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. We'll get to that. I just want to see what. Oh, I think I closed the terminal. Fuck. It mostly installed OBS Studio. OBS. Yeah, it's working. Streaming. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Let's add source just to test it. Desktop, screen capture. Okay. Window. Yeah, let's share that. Okay. And it's recording Firefox on 32 pixels. Like, what's the size? Okay, it's like 720p probably. But that's like not problem here. And we can start recording. And like we can go here, hello world, move around. Okay, that's enough. OBS Studio. And it's in my home. Okay, files, home. Here. Let's install VLC. Sudo apt install VLC. Oh no, I am in the OBS thing. Sudo apt install VLC. I stopped it with Control C. Oh, we already have VLC. Good. Open with VLC. Continue. And yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, it was easy to install a program and to use it. Okay, so now I picked DaVinci Resolve because DaVinci Resolve Debian. How to install it? Arch user here. DaVinci doesn't work on Arch. It works on Arch. I've used it on Arch Linux. I haven't been around rank yet. The reason I set DaVinci Resolve as a goal, one, because I use it for YouTube, and two, second, because it's not simple to install. So this is a quick test to see how good a distribution can handle like installing packages. Like, because Resolve is a curveball. I came across this one, but haven't been around trying it yet, but looks promising. Makes the official installer into a deb package. What's this? Make Resolve deb. Install DaVinci Resolve or install on Debian. How it works? Windows Resolve made for CentOS. Resolve. This is the only officially supported configuration. CentOS. Which is the parent of CentOS? Red Hat. So like Fedora. Rocky Linux. Parent distro. Yeah, Red Hat. Okay. So it's just like working with Fedora. The native installer will install Resolve on your Debian based. That's the official support configuration. Aims to resolve including the Debian specific features required. Is made for Debian based in derivatives. Takes the official installer, unpacks it, and then reassembles this into a deb package. Renoway endorsed. Okay, download. And like, does it have instructions? Oh, it instructed it. And it's like, do we have to make it executable? Yeah, it's marked as executable. How do I start opening terminal? ls make resolve multi no install archive file specified. Okay, so I need resolve Linux download. So in here I need to free download, and for Linux. I've inputted this countless of times. Like, I don't know why it wants always to register. Register. Okay, so it downloads the zip. Why 2 times? It's 3.5 gigabytes. Okay, while it's downloading, we can think of using a similar application. What's it doing here? Doing it again? Why? It will be done in 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll just wait it out. It's fast. But while it's downloading, like, will I daily drive it for a week? Like, as one of the tasks for this session. Will I daily drive it? Will I? Okay, right now YouTube is complaining it's not receiving enough video, and this is because of and that I'm downloading. I'll wait it out before. Yeah, I'll just have to wait it out. Yeah, we can use this as a very, very quick break. While it's downloading, like 3 minutes break for me, not for viewers because it's 0 viewers in the stream. is close to being done. I was going to say, like, will I deal? I was going to talk about if I'm going to daily drive it, but YouTube here is giving me like some kind of errors. Like possibly the stream is like not okay right now, so that's why I'm waiting. I'll wait for the download until I'll talk about it, because there is a chance like this doesn't go through, and it's missed in the video. Just keep it in the vote when the video is done, the downloading is done. One minute left. $50. 40 seconds. No data. Okay, excellent connection. Okay, the stream went out for a second. Okay, we must be back right now. Yeah. Now, let's see this process. This is more different process than the standard packages. Okay, let's open the terminal, and here it was like no installer archive file specified. Let's see the help. Oh, okay, this is already the help. Usage. Okay, this is the usage, and I need this dot run. Okay, I need this. Yeah. What's that? Okay, so it's like this is the wrong one. Okay, this is the terminal we worked in. So I have to set the name of this script and then like shell script. I don't know. And then I have to input this name, davinci resolve linux run. Maybe just the name without these things. Detected, checking for tar found fake root missing. Sudo apt install fake root. Now let's try again. Now currently we are installing resolve. Like this is not installing resolve, this is converting the resolve installer to a .deb. So it's making it so we can use it for Debian, because the installer is made for like those Red Hat distributions like Fedora, etc. the run onto the. Oh, I already did. Okay. Yeah, there is a bit of a latency in the stream. But welcome, Laszlo. Yo, you're the first viewer of this stream. We'll be doing these streams quite often. And there's a limit on the stream, like an hour and 30 minutes. Currently, it's building package. Where is it building it? This is temporary folder. Oh, this is the .dep. Nice. Okay, so we just have to wait it. I'm hearing my fans on the computer working extra hard, so it must be doing something right now. Oh, we can check. Is there like something like a task manager? Debian task manager to see how much process it's using. System monitor. Okay, yeah, system monitor. How is it looking? 100% of the CPU is used. Of what we've given it 7 like processors, like 7 cores. Yeah, it's using all of the CPU. Is it like compiling something? Like I wish there was some kind of a progress bar here. Terminal command is stop. Terminal. Yeah, how to have another terminal? New window. Top. Yeah. So is it the same as system monitor? Yeah, CPU. Where can I find percentage? Like I can see here from system monitor it's 100%, but I want to see it from top. CPU. Decompressing and compressing the RAM file. Oh, if it's doing that, one reason the decompression is slow is because of the file size. Yeah, 3.6 gigabytes. Yeah, maybe that's why it's slow. Yeah, I'll see while it's doing that. I'll check on other more like more interesting packages to install. Like let's try Chrome, for example. Debian, Chrome. Set up Chrome browser on Linux. Yeah, let's Chromium Debian Wiki. Open source web browser. Man command name will show the manual for. Okay, that's helpful. Let's go. Let's try man on top. The man command. New window. Man top. Yeah, we have a description. We have a documentation, man. Yo, it's so much you. Yeah, this is for another time. I think it's done because I hear my computer is okay. It's not done. I just heard my computer like go lower. The fan volume went lower. Yeah, but it's still 100%. I should have given the virtual machine more processors, like more cores. Yeah, look at how here it goes down. Okay, it's done. Yeah, finally. Creating Debian package. Okay, let's see in files. And let's go. Yeah, this is it. So how do you use Debian packages? Double clicking it, loading up details. I just double clicked it. It would be really cool if like Resolve actually installs this easy. Loading. Yeah, Laszlo, thank you for not only joining but providing so much help and info. You must be really hyped on Linux. Yeah, install. Be back in a few minutes. Yeah, no problem. Like the cool thing about YouTube is like you can always rewind, uh, and even if you miss a stream, you can watch it again in the VODs. Maybe I'll move stream to Twitch as well. I'll see. In Arch Linux, installing Resolve, the process was, yeah, in Arch Linux you have AOR open. What? Is that it? Is done? What the? Skip and start right now. What? We have davinci Resolve, and this is in a virtual machine. And supported GPU processing mode. Please review the GPU drivers and GPU configuration. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's completely understandable. I'm in a virtual machine. Yeah, but it's working, man. It's working. And the process was really easy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking it. For Arch Linux, you can also install from the terminal packages, but you had the AOR, which is another place where you can install packages which are like user generated, and there was one for davinci Resolve. And the problem with AOR packages, since they're user generated, you have to check them if they are like proper, if they're not malicious by any chance, like they are actual scripts. Like, and so for davinci Resolve, you just have to trust the user that has created this custom AOR package is like not malicious. So for Debian, it's cool that the process is like, but it's still like user created that script we used, somebody made it. So we're out of time for this stream. Like, thank you, Laszlo, for joining. You are the first viewer that, okay, technically the first viewer that commented. Uh, the goals. Um, the goals for this stream. Yeah. Okay, so the goals to see if I like Debian. I what I like about Debian is it's like Ubuntu, like it's super easy to install packages. It comes with a really helpful, like the one thing I like with Debian is that it comes with a lot of applications already ready, like VLC, etc. Like I think there was like yeah, you have audio here, like everything is set up just because of the desktop environment. No. Um, so it's not like Arch Linux where you have to install like absolutely everything. And it's not like like I suppose that Ubuntu is probably has added extra features to Debian. So I hope that Debian is more bloat free than Ubuntu, because uh, I didn't like Ubuntu because it has so many things. Um, File Explorer experience, that was like just the desktop environment. That's not Debian. Can I install and use DaVinci Resolve? Yes. And the process was really easy. Will I daily drive it for a week? Mm, uh, Let me move this, it's distracting. Will let David drive it for a week? Like, what's the criteria to daily drive? Like, I used Arch Linux and I went back to Windows. I used Fedora and I went back to Windows. My requirement for Debian is to keep me there, keep me in the Linux environment. That's my requirement for Debian, and it didn't match that requirement. What pushed me back from Linux, from Arch Linux, was that like all the crashes in DaVinci Resolve that I'm in Linux. Some applications don't work in Linux in general, so like Debian will not be able to solve that. Some games I think will have problems working. Yeah, I didn't manage to test games, but I don't game as much, so it's not that much of an issue. I use for C++ Visual Studio, and that will not be running in Linux. So, but for that, I'm planning to use NeoVim, so it shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, I'll try it for a week, and in the next streams, we'll try like different ideas. Like we'll try NeoVim, we'll try yeah, but the next stream I will set up off stream on my machine Debian, and on the next stream I will be in Debian on my machine. Yeah, so thank you all for joining, and see you in the next stream. It should be quite soon, the next stream.